Welcome, everyone, to Portland by Night, Chapter 9. Can we sound off saying your character's name and something about them? Go for Zen.
I am playing Fox Nesmith, and he really enjoys Blues Traveler.
I'm Xandra McLean, and I am playing Matt V Siyar, the TV-obsessed shovelhead. And he really thinks he's in the middle of the music video for Ballroom Blitz.
Nice.
Hello, I'm Warsor, and I play Dimico the Caitiff. It's currently an art thief at an art gallery that is under attack, so we'll see how that goes.
Hi there, I'm Bird Richmond. I'm playing Candi Stripps, and Candi is sick of this shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's quite a bit of shit.
I have 0 willpower,
0 willpower, meaning you spent it all.
meaning I spent it all, yeah.
Yeah, Candi is absolutely sick of this shit, feeling very, very tired. The state of play. When we begin our game, we are at the Quintana Gallery, which has a window broken out front and some blood on the sill. Out front is a burning bus with 2 combatants, one of which is pressed against the burning bus. Inside, we have about 15 guests with skin kite faces that are able to breathe now and possibly starting to wake up. There are littered about the place lots of blood and about 4 people's worth of limbs. There are bodies of the Slachta in the gallery, 2 ribcage creatures cracked open like crab shells. Teresa and Ecosia both lying insensate, possibly dying, possibly dead in the office/storage room. There are some arms in the parking lot with lots of bullet holes in them. Pauline and Izzy are here trying their best to help the wounded, and Joseph is extremely injured. Fox, Matt, and Jackson are all in the gallery. Candi just dragged a few more bodies out of the place when you see the burning bus, and Dimico holding a red-headed kindred against it who is not happy about it.
Dimico is in, if not a frenzy itself, one might not be able to tell the difference.
Your touchstone is
At the
in
very
danger.
least.
Yes.
Yes.
It is probably only at this point that you realize that Izzy is still here and hasn't left yet when she's bringing bodies out, and so frenzy.
But I was going to actually just try to go with it.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, if you allow it.
Well, your beast doesn't really give you much of a choice in the matter. It's one of those things where somebody shoves you aside and you would have just stepped aside anyway if they'd just been a bit slower.
Riding the wave lets me focus
Okay.
it a little bit, and I want her in that fucking fire. Take over. Just make her
Yes.
hurt. Rip her apart.
She manages not to frenzy out herself, not to succumb to the roach wreck. Yes, Fox, you've seen out the broken window, Dimico, and the bus, and the fire, and Artemis.
Who else is in the building with me right now?
About a dozen unconscious bodies, and Jackson, who is helping to carry people outside. Candi has just dragged a few people out.
I'm still inside drinking people.
Oh, yeah, no, oh, yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, no, look over. Matt's drinking somebody.
He looks very thirsty. Hey God, what kind of human being is in my arms?
A faceless one.
That's very true and intentional. Can I tell anything about them? I imagine I'll be sitting here sucking on them for a couple of rounds, so maybe I'll learn more in a couple of seconds.
Male, late 30s, nicely dressed.
Okay.
It's waking up and trying to fight back.
Oh, fuck.
Ineffectually.
I'm a pretty ineffectual man when it comes to brawls now.
Does the kiss not paralyze?
Not in this particular case. He is struggling feebly to get the flesh thing off his face. Candi was in the middle of getting all of them when you were feeding, so it didn't get this particular one. It's not trying to fight you so much as desperate, panicked, waking up to blindness and suffocation, and using the last bit of adenosine triphosphate in his system to try to survive. Now, Artemis and Dimico. Her intention was to fling Dimico into the fire. Your head and shoulders go through the bus window. You are not entirely in the bus in the burning inferno, but it is still hot. Drinky from Matt. So your hunger down by another 1. Fox. One of them is starting to wake up, but they've got something on its face that it's skin colored and obscuring the breathway. It's got a hole poked through, so the person is now breathing. As you touch them to start to feed, they jerk away, only to be paralyzed by the kiss and sink back into bliss for just a moment and forget that they are now a faceless horror.
I can try to get that face thing off, too.
Yep, hunger is down by 1
Nom.
and moving it out of the building. Candi, identifying what's left inside the building, who's missing. Scanning around, looking at everybody. Now that everybody can breathe, starting to actually peel the things off and check in faces. You've got James Spag, but you're looking through and you can't find Matthew Day Jackson.
Would it be incorrect to guess that he
There's-
might have been the person who was snapped in half by that first ribcage thing?
Quite possibly, there is a trail of blood leading to the bathroom door.
Cool. Then, yeah, I will go check what's in there.
There is a trail of blood leading from the door to the bathroom all the way to the door of one of the stalls. Up against the brickwork wall, there is a hole in the brickwork wall that is bloodied on all the edges. Looking outside, it goes into the alley on the other side, and there is a pool of blood and a minivan. There is a man in the minivan driving it. The side door is open, and there are several bodies, some of which are in a better condition than others. In the minivan, laid down, they've taken out the seats. The man driving looks back around, and he's the security guard who was taking tickets at the front of the gallery, and also the man that you remember having been at the strip club. It's Fuck Truck. He's gonna hit the pedal to the metal and try to speed away.
I'd like to drink faster.
Drink faster.
I'm drinking. There's no fire in the building. It's just the bus out back, right?
Correct. Just fire
Okay.
in the bus out front. The bus was driven out front.
I surrendered to the beast. I'm still riding, but we're going to try and kill it. So I think we're in agreement on
Yes.
what to do anyways.
Yes. The fire is causing a little bit of hesitation in the beast, but the rage and your goading keeps it going. A strange inversion of the usual affair where you hesitate and your beast chimes in for you to kill.
I'm
Your
screaming at the beast now. Yeah.
Your beast hesitates and you scream at it, and you pull yourself out of the burning window and swing back. You are both trying to throw each other into a burning bus. I would call that a grapple. Honestly, I would call most realistic fights grapples.
We're just going to try and grab each other and throw one of us into this fire.
As you throw her right back, your beast in control, growling, ducked underneath her. Your beast crawls quick in between her legs and then stands up, catapulting her off of your back into the bus.
Oh shit. He's grabbing onto her legs and she's kicking as he's trying to fight
Yep.
her. He's making animal snarling noises. Nothing human is coming out of his throat at the moment.
Fox, what are you doing?
Candy went out the back to find Fuck Truck, and I went out to get
Yes.
the person I drank from outside, so
Yep.
I think,
Got the bitch's legs off with your claws?
I mean, everything going on over there is a masquerade violation, so I might as well join in.
Ah, wonderful.
And I helped.
If you come over here, I take no responsibility for what happened.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't think Fox would care much either way, but you do notice that he's frenzying.
I can do that.
Kind of hard to dodge when someone's holding your legs.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Might have had to put my claws away for getting a person outside. I'm not sure.
You can drag them by their clothes, by the collar outside. They're gonna need a new jacket, but they're gonna need a new jacket anyway. With a swipe down, you cut the leg off that Dimico is holding, letting her fall entirely into the burning bus.
How does Beast Dimico react to Fox? It's hard to say if it even cares whether or not he's helping. It's just, stay out of my way, that she's mine.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the reaction, is somebody got in the way. Your beast is going to fling the dismembered foot into the fire and lunge itself at Fox's throat. It is hungry, and this person just pissed it off and is the closest person nearby. Matt drank one more. You are now down to one. Candi is shouting at the driver. You get a moment of good eye contact. It may be through the rear view mirror, but you've got it. And you shout a word.
Stay.
Stay! As a ghoul, he has to follow the orders he was given, but he also has to obey yours. So there's a screeching sound of malfunctioning machinery as he hits both the gas and the brake pedal to the metal. The minivan jerks to motion.
Can I jump in?
Yes, you can.
Wonderful.
It is now going slow enough that you can, gaining speed with a smell of burning rubber and scorched metal.
No, that's fine. I just need to get in it.
You can see 6 faceless individuals. 3 of them are missing most of their limbs, and 3 of them have those arm things wrapped around them, which are growling at you as you look.
Wonderful.
You did manage to get into the thing. The minivan screeching out of the alley, gaining speed slowly.
I'm gonna finish slurping this guy.
Chug, chug, chug.
Redirect Dimico's rage. How exactly do you plan to do that? Do you have a power?
No, not really. Just basically dodging things. Don't you want to eat her if you want to eat someone?
Keeping Dimico occupied. That sounds good. Doesn't want you to get into melee with somebody else.
Fox is stubborn.
It's hard to tell what's going on inside the vehicle, but there is a rumble and the burning bus starts to move.
Oh no.
When she stops screaming, I'll know.
The bus makes it about a block before it stops accelerating and she succumbs to her.
Wait, so she got up out of the napalm with one leg to the front and tried to drive it
She tried to drive away.
with one leg.
You only need one leg to operate a car.
True, but what if it's the wrong leg?
You're very careful.
It's easier than running.
You can improvise.
That is quite the action.
She used soaring leap with the one leg.
Does the beast still give me any bonus to strength?
It's still set at 5. Because you've roused strength for the scene, it's set at 7.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That is not good. It's good for me. It's not good for you.
I was planning to activate toughness.
You activated toughness back in the storage room. It is technically a different
Oh.
scene, but it's like a minute and a half tops, so
Okay,
your toughness
cool.
is active. The beast lunges at you. Something in Dimico's eyes is different. He's not home. There's a ferocity and a strength that you did not expect. You try to dodge this way and that, but it feints and tackles you to the ground. It is rearing above you, ready, baring its fangs to bite into your neck. Matt, you are down to 0. The pulse stops and your beast stops. There's a silence in your head that is sweet relief. And then unseen passage, you're walking around invisible.
Fantastic. Yeah, then just leaving.
Which direction?
A very good question. I haven't intentionally subjected myself to fire before today, but people have told me I'm afraid of it, yeah?
That would have been in the tutorial.
Do I see any fire?
You are seeing fire at this point about a block away.
Okay.
The burning bus drove itself away about a block before it started coasting.
Do I see or hear Candi anywhere? Candy's really my next stop. Find Candi.
Coming out, you see a minivan herring ass down the road. You see Candi in the back of that minivan lunging for the driver.
Oh no, and they're peeling away?
And they are peeling away your beast, Dimico. It's hungry. It's real hungry. It's gonna try and bite him.
Which is why I'm going to spend 1 willpower to control my action. As the fangs are coming in, I stop myself.
There are 2 bodies lying on the pavement.
Get the fuck away from me! And I literally shove you away. Like I had you grappled, so I shove you away, let you go, and go for one of the bodies.
Yeah, I will take the get the fuck away and go for this van that's peeling out.
Candi is attempting to eat the man in the van. You've got him pinned, and fangs are out, ready to munch. Fox and Dimico have broken away from one another, where Dimico dives for one of the bodies to drink it. Its pulse is weak. Taking more than one would probably kill this person.
The beast doesn't care. I'm gonna friendly, definitely gonna violate, won't kill without purpose. In my opinion.
Yep, that takes a stain.
I have to ask, is it enough with the killing to reduce the hunger to 0?
Logistically, no, but supernaturally, it wants the life force. So, yeah.
It's not so much the physical amount of blood, but the kill, it can sate it. The way that
Exactly.
the blood can.
Exactly. Fox has taken a step back from Dimico, sees Dimico going for the body, and you're trying to go for the van?
That was my thought.
Great minds think alike.
But-
Start jogging to chase it down. Sprint.
That is a rip.
You are sprinting up to the van. Effective strength of 6.
Yes.
This is supernatural levels of fast, but you manage to get your claws into the back hatch of the minivan. You push yourself just enough to get your claws in, and now you're being half dragged by the car, but you've got it in your grip. Next, Matt is invisible.
I'm going for the other van.
Yes, indeed. You've got the van, you come screeching around out of the parking lot. There are bodies on the ground, and Dimico feeding on one of them. It's gonna take a little while. Matt pulls up next to Dimico, who's still feeding.
I beep the horn twice and go, seat belts, everyone.
Jackson will get in.
Jackson gets in, Dimico doesn't.
Yeah, Dimico's lost in the sauce.
I understand, but don't have time to waste. So
Understood.
leave you to your feeding.
Give
Makes
chase.
sense.
A critical success.
You put the pedal to the fucking metal and quickly catch up to the minivan. Fox, you can see the minivan following up, and y'all are driving away, giving chase. Fox sees Matt with a candy van, and Candi is attempting to drain the motherfucker. Drinky, drinky. High-speed car chase. Driver's now paralyzed. It doesn't help.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and push him out the door.
The car starts to go out of control as you're drinking that first point of hunger. And then the car jerks wildly as you hear a bang and a pop as the whole chassis tilts to one side and spins. You don't take a whole lot of damage because you use him as your meat shield,
Yep.
and you can feel the bones break as things slams into a telephone pole. You both start flying out the front window. He didn't have a seatbelt on. And you just managed to pivot, so you hit against him as he hits against the telephone pole. Blood sprays from his mouth.
Beautiful.
There's a loud whirring sound of motorcycles.
Yeah, gonna lick that closed and get the fuck out of here.
Matt, you crash into the back of the minivan. Fox was attached to the back of the hatch of the minivan, so you crashed into him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Your toughness should reduce that down to pretty much nothing, right?
Yeah. I just get banged up.
Oh, it certainly hurt.
It messes up my hair.
You managed to jerk yourself up out of the way of being completely sandwiched by the cars, and it crunches against your leg, leaving a dent in both cars, but not denting your leg. Weirdest masquerade breach, the leg-shaped dent. The whirring of motorcycles, as 2 different motorcycles come speeding down the street, as well as a shining black limo that is driving like no limo should. There is a man leaning out the side of the limo with a rifle. Thank you for watching Portland by Night. Links are in the description for the full playlists and ways to donate if I made you feel something. The night holds a rich bouquet of emotions. Let me know what we made you feel in the comments below. Liking and subscribing attracts the attention of the great algorithm. Do so at your own risk. Good night.